This structure may look calm, but what you're actually looking at is the aftermath of a star that violently exploded tens of thousands of years ago. Tonight, under almost a full moon, I shall be imaging the Jellyfish Nebula, the expanding shockwave of a dead star which is still tearing through space today. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm imaging here from my border force skies, but tonight the conditions are challenging. The moon is almost 90% illuminated, making imaging very difficult. But instead of packing up, I shall be getting right into it, going after a target that thrives under these conditions. IC 443, also known as the Jellyfish Nebula. So let's unplug this and I'll get the reducer on here. Just going to take it off from here. So this little 16.5mm spacer is proving very difficult to get off. I'll wrap this rubber ring around it, see if I can get a better grip. Oh yes! That was harder than I thought. So now I'm going to screw the 0.77 reducer onto the imaging train here. Just screw straight onto the back of the scope. Just get that started. Okay, that's on. Right. Now the filter wheel and the camera goes straight on to the spacer at the end here. So I may have to change the orientation of the camera once I set the target up. And I will obviously have to refocus this, but let's get the cables plugged in. Right, so that's the 0.77 reducer on. Let's now board it down to 650mm at f5.4. So right, here we are in Stellarium, and as you can see the framing for my target, this is with the reducer on, which has brought the Osprey 120 down to 650mm. The jellyfish fits nicely in that box there, so I can position it where I want. And let's just check the time and the altitude. It needs to be at least 30 degrees, so it's going to be around about 7 o'clock. So I can start shooting this at 7 PM tonight, and I can continue shooting it until 3:30. 32 degrees. If it goes below 30, I'm not really going to be able to shoot that. So I can go from 7 till 3, so that's not bad. That's around 8 hours, which is pretty good for one night. That's provided the roof doesn't shut because of clouds and I lose an hour or two. But anyway, and now I can go into Nina and I can set this up. So I'm just going to remote into my Obsi. Right, here we go. So let's double check this. I'm going to go to the framing tool. I will select IC 443 and we'll click on that there. Hit load image. Just wait for it to show on the screen. Okay, there it is. So the framing's quite good there. I like that. I'm going to leave it exactly as it is. So we'll come down to here, add target to sequence, update existing target in sequencer. We'll click on that. That was the last target, and it's now going to put all the info into the sequence. Let's just check the timing. I've got that to 11, so I'm going to change that to 3 AM. Right, filters, SHO. So let's just reset this at the top here and go yes. So now that's all set and ready. All I have to do is hit the start button. Right, so we're now waiting, and then the imaging session will start. So right now I'm getting some SHO data and I'm getting 10-minute subs. I've stacked all the data in APP and I'm now going to bring the 3 masters into PixInsight to do some editing. So let's go to my folder and open up the masters. Right, there's the 3 masters. Right, so this is not a tutorial, I'm just going to quickly edit them and then we'll get straight to the final image. So we've got 30 hours of rain forecast and right now it's raining heavy outside, so this is the perfect time to do this kind of thing. There'll be no Astro imaging for a few days. So I'll probably edit this at least another 3 times. At the end of the day, it's down to personal choice. However you choose to edit your image, that's what's right for you. So the Jellyfish Nebula is a reminder that even the most violent of endings can leave behind something beautiful for us to look at. Even now this cloud is still expanding, it's a quiet reminder of just how violent this universe can be. This channel exists because of the support from my channel members and everyone who chooses to subscribe, helping to keep this observatory running and the stories under the night sky alive. And out there beyond this remnant, there are countless more waiting to be discovered, and hopefully that's what I'm going to do.